Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nessa, that's Jade, and that's Jinx. I just got back from the gym and I just got out of the shower and we're all just having a lazy Monday. Um, so yeah, that's why I don't look too fleeky today. I'm just not in the mood to do my hair or do anything. So today we are talking about my personal experiences with dolls. So get ready for this little ride because it's gonna be a good one. Um, I'm gonna show you my favorite doll first of all. I got her. It's a couple years ago, actually. I think actually Josh, my man, gave her to me. And she's the reason why she's my favorite is because she's based off of one of my favorite bitches, which is Elizabeth Bathory. Isn't she beautiful? Here, I'm gonna show you a better look. See, Miss Bathory. She's one of the Night of the Living Dead dolls. I don't know if you can see her very well. She's freaking gorgeous. I love her. She hangs up in my closet and she's actually watching me all the time and she's got some eyes. And did you see those eyes? Look, it's like she's staring into your soul. I love her though. She's my favorite. Like I said in my previous video, I am really intrigued when it comes to creepy dolls, or like the creepier the better. If you want to send me stories about your past experiences with your creepy dolls, or anything, if you've seen a possessed doll, or even if you like went to some place and there was what is going on? Like my allergies have been going crazy and like I'm like, my skin is itchy for some reason. I don't know. I'm breaking out knives. Um, but yeah, send me your stories because I would love to either share them or just read them. I love hearing about creepy dolls and reliving the experiences. In my first video, my first or second video, I don't remember which one, I talked about actually seeing one of my dolls move, and that was pretty crazy. That was awesome. It wasn't awesome at the time, but looking back on it, it was pretty crazy. So if you can hear munching, Jinx is gonna be munching on herself for a little bit. She does that. She's got really bad allergies too, and she actually worried me. Apparently, pit bulls are prone to really bad allergies, and I didn't know that. I should have done my research. Jinx is Jade's daughter, so she's Pit Pay, and Jax is her dad, and he's my Sharpay. So she's, I don't know, she's got like his look, his coat, but she's mostly pit. Like she has all of like the issues that a pit bull would have, but she's like, she's got really bad allergies right now. We have to give her Benadryl, and we have to look up ways to relieve her of her itchiness and whatnot, because she's just been lately. And I'm like, girl, I feel you, because I'm the same way. Right now, the season's changing, and I'm just dying and like popping allergy pills like they're candy. Anyways, okay, dolls. So my first story actually comes from my mom, and because she's got some good stuff to tell. And it seems like she's always telling me something. There's always something going on with her, and most of my stories are either going to be about me or about her, because I talk to my mom a lot. So this happened actually when she was younger. She was still in grade school, and she had this clown. It was one of those French clowns, and she said that it sat like this, and it had its hands like this, and like on its lap, and it had its legs sticking out, and that's just how it sat. And it was one of those French sad clowns, so it kind of hung his head like that. And whenever you wound up the back, the head would move, so its head would do this, and it would make like a little musical tune, whatever it would come with. But she said that there was this one time where she was sleeping in her bed, and she's a very hard sleeper. She sleeps the way I do. I probably get it from her. Once we're out, and it takes forever for us to fall asleep. And but surprisingly, we hear everything. Like if you make one little sound, like if she just decides to start licking herself, or she gets up and shakes and flaps her ears, I can hear it, and awake immediately. And that's how she is. So she heard the music coming from the clown when she was asleep. So she heard it in her dream. She thought, okay, maybe it's just a dream. But then it woke her up because she could hear something moving in her room. And she kind of just sat up a little bit and she listened. And when she turned her head towards the sound, it was the clown, and it was still doing the and usually for like music boxes or those little globe things that you wind up, they only last for like maybe a minute. But she said it lasted a while in her dreams. Like she could hear it going in her dream, and then it lasted long enough for her to wake up and look, and it was still going until she looked at it. So it just stopped. And she was kind of freaked out, and she was like, did I just see what I saw? So, girl, you gonna do that the entire time? Ugh, it's like right in my ears. Ugh, I hate that. So, anyways, she said that she got up and she looked at it, and she was like, what the hell? And then she just like kind of watched it the entire time, and she was so freaked out that happened that she grabbed it and she took it to the kitchen and she put it on top of the fridge. That's it. And then she just left it there. And she said that her mom the next day asked her, why the hell is your doll on top of the fridge? And she's like, I don't know. Like, she didn't want to tell her why. She's like, okay, well, you need to put it back in your room. And she said when she put it back in her room, she just hid it away, like on top of a shelf in her closet. So yeah, that's kind of freaky that, as soon as she looked at it, it just decided to stop. And, the only time that you would, and she said after that, it still did it. Like, there was no need to wind it up. It would just play at nighttime, and she would just avoid the crap out of it. So that's really freaky, especially with clowns, because nope, I don't do clowns. And so yeah, that had happened. I just had a brain fart. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay. So going back to the house that I originally was talking about in my first video, the 3-bedroom ghetto house that we lived in, that I basically grew up in when I was younger. We had a garage that was, I don't want to say like it was, I don't know, it was weird. Like, the door wasn't attached to the house. You had to go outside to get to the garage. It was like two separate, I don't know, it was weird, two separate doors, almost like the garage wasn't supposed to be there. So I was told to go in the garage when I was little for some reason, and I was in there looking for something. And whenever I walked into the garage, for some reason, it always felt it just felt off. It never felt creepy or scary, or like, if I was to go in there, like something was going to get me. It just felt off. I would walk in there and just be like, I don't feel like being in here. It's just weird. So I was in there and I was looking for the thing that I was told to look for. And I knew that I can remember that much. I was told to get something. And so I was in there, taking my time, just looking around the garage. And I noticed when I first walked in the garage, my sister had a big stuffed brown dog. And it was in the garage because it needed to be washed. And it was, when I walked in, it was on the ground. So I didn't pay any attention to it. But I noticed that it was by the washer and dryer, which was, here was the door, and then you walked a little ways, and then here's a washer and dryer, and then you walked a little ways, and there was a door to the outside, or to the backyard. So you had to walk in to get to the washer and dryer, and the doll was on the floor next to the washer and dryer. So, and I'm going somewhere with this, I swear to God. So I'm in there, and I'm pretty much in the back of the garage, and I'm just, in there looking, and I hear something behind me, and I turn around and look, but I don't see anything. I'm thinking, oh crap, we have mice. There's probably a mouse in here somewhere. So I'm a little freaked out. So I'm like, okay, I can't find it. So I start walking towards the door, and the doll went from being by the washer and dryer to over like close to the door. And I'm like thinking to myself, did I see it there? Wasn't it over by the washer and dryer? Did I just see it move? Like, okay, maybe it was the mouse. Maybe the mouse made it move or something. Like, trying to like rationalize it. So I walk even closer to the door, and I almost have my hand on the doorknob, and I hear it again. So I immediately look at the doll, and it is right by my foot. I'm like, so I'm like paralyzed at this point because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to freaking think because I know I saw it by the washer and dryer. And I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. I know it was over there. So I grab the doorknob and I leave so fast. And my mom's like, where's the thing? And I'm just like, I'm not going back in there. I'm like, I didn't find it. I'm sorry. So I just, from that then on, like after that happened, I was like, I'm staying clear of the garage. And like I said, there was nothing creepy about it. You didn't get any creepy vibes. You didn't like walk in there and think, oh, this place is haunted. You just felt uncomfortable. You're just like, I don't like this place. There's just something off. So that happened. It's crazy. I drink my bang bang. It's not a bang bang. It's a bang. It's looking one of my favorite ones. These are freaking good. I didn't get to have my coffee this morning, so I need some kind of caffeine fix. Okay, so save the best for last. And every time I tell this story, I swear I get chills all over my body. Just reliving this is freaking crazy. It's almost as bad as the story of my little Native American doll moving. Almost. But it's pretty much the same kind of thing. So, like I said in my previous video, if you didn't see that, my sister and I shared a room, and we had bunk beds. Now, usually we had them separate because we always fought over who slept on the bottom, who slept on the top. And usually my sister won because she's a brat. Natalie, you're a brat. So she always cried if she had to sleep on the top bunk. So I always was the one to sleep on the top. So like I said before, we always had our closet door shut. We were terrified to have that closet open for some odd reason. And we had this row of porcelain dolls that my great grandma liked to give us as like gifts. And we weren't allowed to touch them. We weren't allowed to play with them. We were only allowed to like tidy them up, like fix their clothes, fix their hair, make sure they were dusted. They were very sentimental to us because they were from my great grandma, and sometimes she handcrafted the dresses. And so my mom was like, you guys don't play with these are just to look at. So we had a good row on top of our on our closet, like this big shelf in our closet. So they were all on stands so they wouldn't fall. And my sister that night, though this particular night, was knocked out. I could hear her heavy breathing, and so I know that she was asleep at this time. So I was still kind of in the state of like falling asleep, and because it takes me a while to fall asleep. So and while I'm sleeping or trying to sleep, I can hear something in my closet. And I don't want to look. I don't want to see what's in there. So I just try to ignore it. And it's like the more I try to ignore it, the louder it gets. So I look down to see if my sister is like messing with me, or, she just got up and was in the closet for some reason, just trying to scare me. And she's not. She's knocked out. She's fast asleep. So I kind of just, I'm laying on my side like this. So I just kind of look over a little bit, and I can see inside my closet. And I'm just watching my dolls, and I can see my porcelain doll, which was surprisingly my favorite one because she was gorgeous. She had blonde hair. It was really curly, and she had a hat on. She looked like she had a Victorian dress, and I've always been obsessed with like the Victorian era. I love the way it looked. So she was my favorite, and I just so happened to look at her. So I'm on my side like this, and I'm just looking at her. And she's on a stand, so she's standing like this, and I see her do this. Slowly turning on her freaking, and I can hear it. That's what I was hearing the whole time. Like I could hear her stand just swiveling very slowly, but I'm like, is she moving? So I kind of just sit up a little bit, and I'm watching her even more intently. And she's still moving. She's like trying to turn, but she's like turning towards, how do I explain this? She's not turning towards the side of the closet where, it kind of ends. She's turning towards the side where the closet goes out a little bit. So like towards like more of the closet. So she was like this, and then she was turning this way. Sorry, I went the opposite way. She was turning this way. Like she was wanting to look to the side because she started like this, and then she ended up just reminded me of Kevin Hart. She started like this, and then she's over here like this. So it's like she was on the stand the whole time. So that's what I heard. I heard her stand just swivel like this, and then I'm trying not to say bad words on this channel, but I shit you not, she started moving towards the direction that she turned. So she just like, she swiveled like this and she stopped, and then she just started scooting forward. And I was like, watching her the whole freaking time. She didn't like try to get off her stand. She didn't try to walk, but I just see her slowly just start moving this way. And she stops right where the door, like for some reason we had our closet door open that night. I'm not sure if I already said that, but she stopped right where our closet door was. So it's like she was trying to make me see her. Like she knew that I was looking at her, and it's like she stopped right there, and then she slowly turned, and like she was just looking at me, and I was like petrified. I just stopped breathing. And I knew that if I didn't start breathing, I was gonna like eventually suffocate. So I was like, so like I legit stopped breathing. I'm not kidding when I said that. I stopped breathing. I didn't know what to do. I was sweating. I was in so much shock. Oh my God. It was awful. Like I didn't know what to do. So I was just, so as soon as I started breathing again, it's just stopped. Like she just stopped moving. It's like she noticed, okay, I'm freaking her out, so I better stop. So after that, like I didn't even get down and close my closet door. I was so scared. Like I didn't know what to do. And I told my mom about it, and she's just like, that didn't happen. You're probably just dreaming. You probably just fell asleep. You didn't even know it. And like, no, I saw that. It really happened. So that should have put me off of dolls forever, but it didn't. Like every time I go to the antique store, it's like a wonderland for me, because there's always some kind of beautiful porcelain doll there. I'm just like, I want her. Like the creepier, the better. Which is weird, because you would think she's never gonna want a doll again. Nah. Every every creepy doll out there, I want. So yeah, those were my doll stories. So like I said, if you guys have any stories of your own, let me know, because I would freaking love to hear them. So yeah, I hope you liked this story. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Make sure you I can't talk today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. It would mean so much to me. I have another story coming up in a couple days, which I'm really excited to tell you about, and I am not going to tell you what it's about because you're going to have to wait. It's a good one. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.